You know someone with a very high IQ. You just never recognize them. Because everything you think you know about intelligence is probably wrong. We picture the genius as someone loud, confident, always with the answer, always the smartest person in the room making sure everyone knows it. But psychology tells us something completely different. The most intelligent people in any room are usually the quietest ones, the ones you overlook, the ones you misread, the ones you sometimes think are strange or antisocial or lost in their own world. And today, I am going to show you exactly why. Here are 10 habits that psychology consistently finds in people with extremely high IQ. And I guarantee that by the end of this video, you will think about at least one person in your life completely differently. Habit 1. They spend a lot of time alone. And not because something is wrong with them. Highly intelligent people need solitude the same way an athlete needs recovery time. Their brain is constantly processing, constantly connecting ideas, constantly running simulations of how things work and why people behave the way they do. Being around people constantly is mentally expensive for a high IQ brain. It interrupts the thinking. It creates noise where they need quiet. Research from the London School of Economics found something fascinating. Highly intelligent people actually report feeling less satisfied after frequent social interaction compared to people with average intelligence. Not because they do not like people, but because their brain is hungry for thinking time, and social situations eat into that time. If you know someone who genuinely loves being alone and seems perfectly content in their own company, do not feel sorry for them. Their brain is doing something extraordinary in that silence. Habit 2. They are curious about everything, not just big, important things, everything. Why do people behave this way in that situation? Why does this system work like this? Why does this rule exist? What would happen if it did not? The high IQ brain treats the world like a puzzle it was built to solve. Curiosity is not a personality quirk for these people. It is how their brain breathes. It needs questions the way lungs need air. You'll notice this in conversations. They ask follow-up questions when most people would be satisfied with the first answer. They go one layer deeper, then another, not to be difficult, but because their brain genuinely cannot stop at the surface. Habit 3. They talk to themselves. This sounds strange until you understand what is actually happening. Psychologists call it self-directed speech, and studies consistently show it improves focus, strengthens working memory, and helps the brain organize complex thoughts into something manageable. When a highly intelligent person is working through a problem, you might see their lips moving slightly or hear them quietly narrating their own thinking. This is not a sign of instability. This is a sign of a brain so active it needs to externalize its process just to keep up with itself. Habit 4. They say, "I do not know," very easily. This one surprises people the most. We expect intelligent people to have all the answers, but the opposite is usually true. Highly intelligent people are intensely aware of how much they do not know. The more you understand about any subject, the more clearly you can see its complexity, and complexity reveals how much remains unknown. Psychology calls the opposite of this the Dunning-Kruger effect. People who know very little about something tend to massively overestimate their understanding of it. People who know a great deal tend to underestimate theirs. The person who says, "I do not know," most easily in the room is often the most intelligent person in the room. Habit 5. They overthink small things. An analytical brain doesn't have an off switch. The same cognitive machinery that can solve complex problems also turns itself on a casual conversation from 3 days ago, on a decision that objectively doesn't matter, on a possibility that has almost no chance of happening. From the outside, this looks like anxiety or indecision. From the inside, it's a brain exploring every possible angle of a situation before settling on a conclusion. It's exhausting. It's also the same process that produces genuinely creative and accurate thinking. If you are someone who cannot stop thinking about things long after everyone else has moved on, that might not be a flaw. That might be your brain doing exactly what it was built to do.